Victory and success isn't just about having the most power. Sometimes it's about building the right path to rise above. Welcome back, strategists, to our deep dive into Sun Tzu, The Art of War. We've meticulously planned, managed costs, mastered indirect victories, and fortified our positions. But how do you turn a strategy into an unstoppable force? Today we are unlocking two more pivotal chapters, Chapter 5, Energy, and Chapter 6, Weaknesses and Strengths. Prepare to discover how to orchestrate unstoppable momentum using direct and indirect forces. Then we learn the profound art of exploiting your opponent's vulnerabilities while safeguarding your own positions. Stick with us until the very end as I'll condense the core wisdom of both these chapters into one powerful, unforgettable takeaway. Let's begin. Hi, I'm Leila, and if this is your first time joining our journey through Sun Tzu, The Art of War, welcome. This series is key part of our Best Book Summaries Club playlist. I highly recommend exploring the introductory video and previous chapters there, especially if you want to understand the foundations of strategic planning, the true cost of conflict, and the art of winning without fighting. You can find the full playlist linked in the description below and in the cards above. Now let's dive into Chapter 5, Energy.
Today, we unlock the secrets of energy, or Bing Shi. This chapter isn't just about raw power. It's about orchestrating momentum, understanding the interplay of direct and indirect forces, and unleashing a tidal wave that sweeps all before it. Sun Tzu reveals that true mastery lies in creating a situation where your force rolls downhill, effortlessly crushing opposition. Sun Tzu introduces the crucial concept of direct zheng and indirect
Qi
forces. He states, "In all fighting, the direct method may be used for joining battle, but indirect methods will be needed in order to secure victory." Direct force, zheng. This is your main obvious attack. It's what the enemy expects and what you openly present. It's the head-on charge, the standard marketing campaign, or the direct sales pitch. Its purpose is to engage, occupy, and draw the enemy's attention. Modern application. Your core product offering, your main sales team, or your primary advertising efforts. Indirect force, qi. This is the subtle, unexpected, and often deceptive element. It's what creates surprise, outflanks the enemy, and sets them up for defeat. It's the clever diversion, the innovative distribution channel, or the guerrilla marketing tactic. Its purpose is to confuse, distract, and create openings. Example. Think of how Apple releases its iPhones with a big official launch event. That's direct force. At the same time, months before that, the internet is flooded with rumors, unofficial leaks, and fan theories. That's indirect force. Both lead to the same goal: anticipation and dominance in the market. Modern application, disruptive innovations, strategic partnerships, niche marketing, or clever PR stunts that catch competitors off guard. The genius of Sun Tzu is not just in understanding these two forces, but in their seamless interplay. They are like the two sides of a coin, constantly transforming into one another. The direct force engages, while the indirect force wins. Sun Tzu then delves into how to manage large forces as if they were small, and small forces as if they were large. He says, "The control of a large force is the same in principle as the control of a few men. It is merely a question of dividing up their numbers." This is about organization and structure. He introduces the concepts of organization, clear command structures, divisions, and subdivisions. This allows a massive army to act as a unified, agile unit. Signals. Using flags, gongs, drums, and lights to ensure clear communication and coordinated action, even across vast distances or in chaotic environments. Modern application. In a large organization, this means having well-defined departments, clear reporting lines, and effective communication channels. It's about using project management tools, internal communication platforms, and standardized procedures to ensure every team member, no matter how numerous, acts cohesively and efficiently towards a common goal. Think of how a global corporation can launch a synchronized worldwide campaign. The ultimate goal of energy is to create momentum, or xie. Sun Tzu compares this to the rolling of round stones down a mountain. The momentum of such a stone is not due to its size, but to the steepness of the ground. This xie is the potential energy built up in your strategy, ready to be unleashed. To create this momentum, build overwhelming power. Combine your direct and indirect forces to create a synergistic effect. Position for advantage. Place your forces or resources in a way that naturally favors your objective. Trigger the avalanche. Unleash your power at the precise moment to achieve an unstoppable flow. Modern application. This is about building critical mass for a movement, a product launch, or a project. It's not just about having resources, but about positioning them perfectly and activating them at the right time to create an undeniable surge forward, making your success feel inevitable. Think of a viral social media campaign or a product launch that generates massive pre-orders.
Chapter 5, Energy, is a masterclass in dynamic strategy. It teaches us how to move beyond static planning to unleash potent forces and create an unstoppable drive. If you're finding these strategic insights valuable and haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel for more powerful wisdom. Your support truly helps. Here are the key takeaways for your life and work. Embrace direct and indirect approaches. Don't rely solely on obvious methods. Use subtle, unexpected tactics to create openings and confuse competitors. Master organization for scale. Learn to manage large projects or teams by breaking them down into manageable, well-communicated unit. Build momentum deliberately. Success isn't just about having resources. It's about positioning them correctly and triggering their release to create an unstoppable flow. Unleash Chi potential energy. Think about how you can create an environment where your efforts naturally lead to overwhelming success, like a stone rolling downhill. For example, take one project you are working on and ask yourself, what's your direct force? What's your hidden indirect power? This concludes our deep dive into Chapter 5 Energy, a profound insight into how to harness forces, create momentum, and turn strategic plans into inevitable victories.
We've explored momentum, direct and indirect forces. But how do you ensure your powerful surge lands where it truly counts? How do you avoid hitting an impenetrable wall? Now, we delve into Chapter 6 of our journey through Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Weaknesses and Strengths, or Shu Shu. This chapter is about the profound art of understanding where your enemy is empty, vulnerable and dispersed, and where they are full, strong and concentrated. Sun Tzu reveals that true strategic genius lies in avoiding the strong points and striking the weak ones, making your attack irresistible. Sun Tzu introduces the fundamental concepts of emptiness, Chu, and fullness, She. These aren't just about physical presence, but about strategic states. Fullness, Xia. This represents strength, concentration, preparedness, and areas where the enemy is well defended or has superior resources. It's where they expect you and are ready. Modern application: a competitor's dominant market share, their patented technology, a well-established brand, or a highly efficient supply chain. Emptiness, Chu. This represents weakness, dispersion, vulnerability, unpreparedness, or areas where the enemy is stretched thin, distracted, or lacking resources. It's where they don't expect you or are not ready. Modern application: a competitor's neglected customer segment, an outdated product line, a gap in their service, or a period of internal restructuring. Sun Tzu states, "He who is first in the field and awaits the coming of the enemy will be fresh for the fight. He who is last in the field and has to hasten to battle will arrive exhausted." This highlights the advantage of being full, prepared, while the enemy is empty, exhausted from hastening. The master strategist seeks to create emptiness in the enemy and maintain fullness in themselves. A key principle of Shu Shi is about managing concentration and dispersion. Sun Tzu advises, by discovering the enemy's dispositions and remaining invisible ourselves, we can keep our forces concentrated while the enemy's must be divided. This means concentrating your forces, massing your power and resources at a single, decisive point, ensuring you have overwhelming fullness where it matters most. Forcing enemy dispersion. Through feints, diversions, and unexpected movements, You compel the enemy to spread out their forces, creating emptiness in their previously strong positions. Modern application. In business, this could mean focusing all your R&D efforts on one breakthrough product, while your marketing creates buzz that forces competitors to react across multiple fronts, diluting their focus. Or a political campaign might concentrate its resources on key swing states, while using social media to distract opponents into defending their strongholds. The practical application of understanding emptiness and fullness is to avoid the enemy's strengths and strike their weaknesses. Sun Tzu famously says, "Appear at points which the enemy must hasten to defend. March swiftly to places where you are not expected." To achieve this, assess the terrain. Understand where the enemy is strong and where they are vulnerable, not just physically, but strategically. Maneuver for advantage. Move your forces or efforts to bypass their strong points and exploit their emptiness. This requires agility and unpredictability. Strike decisively. Once a weakness is exposed, hit it with overwhelming force, turning your fullness against their emptiness. Modern application. This is about strategic positioning in the market. It's not about competing head-on with a giant, but finding their blind spots or areas they've neglected. For example, a new tech company might avoid direct competition with established players by targeting an underserved niche, or by introducing a disruptive technology that makes existing solutions obsolete.
Chapter 6, Weaknesses and Strengths, is a profound lesson in strategic discernment. It teaches us to see beyond the obvious and leverage vulnerabilities. As we conclude these two pivotal chapters, Energy and Weaknesses and Strength, the combined wisdom of Sun Tzu becomes undeniably clear. If you found these insights valuable in mastering a strategic advantage and securing your positions and haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel for the next chapters in the Art of War series. And of course, share this video with anyone who seeks to sharpen their strategic mind. And finally, the ultimate combined lesson from chapter 5 and 6. True strategic mastery lies in harnessing overwhelming momentum to strike where the enemy is weakest, ensuring decisive victory. Till the next, stay in peace.